am starting off with a sanded and painted white 32-ounce plump from the Steel Magnolia. I have a discount code linked for you guys in the description, so you can use that on your next purchase. I am using the 3 neon pop of color paints. They're pink, orange, and yellow. We're just going to start off by painting the pink in the center, and then we will move on to painting the orange on both sides of the pink, and then the yellow on both sides of the orange. Now we're going to let that dry and move on to a second coat. This coat is going to be our blending coat. So we're going to do the exact same colors in the exact same spots, but we are going to leave that paint quite wet. And then we're going to take a brush right where you want your colors to blend, like the pink into the orange. And we're just gonna brush back and forth in that section until you get the blend you're looking for. We are going to be using the 3 glitter colors from the June designer box, which were Tropical, Sunkissed, and Hottie. I have a very thin layer of epoxy on my cup to apply our glitter using the epoxy method, and I'm just going to take each glitter that coordinates with each paint color and sprinkle that pretty heavily right in the center. For the yellow color called Tropical, instead of sprinkling that in the center, we're going to sprinkle that really heavily on the bottom rim and then on the top rim. Now we are going to go back in with each glitter and create a beautiful blend. And what I like to do is just twist and turn my cup while I hold my jar up higher. And all I'm doing is tapping a few glitter shards down at a time. And I just go back and forth with each color until I get the blend that I'm looking for. You're going to keep going back and forth, alternating colors until you get full coverage on your cup and the blend you're looking for. Once that has cured a couple of hours, we're going to epoxy this cup until smooth. Using one of my SVGs from my shop, I cut this cute summer decal out of black, and then I did a fairly large offset to make it bigger than my decal, and I just cut that out of stencil vinyl, and we're going to place that stencil vinyl right in the center of our cup. Now we are going to take the two pattern vinyls from the June designer box, and we're going to cut them at 2.5-inch strips. We are going to be alternating patterns here, so take the first pattern and just fold back 1 inch or 2. Place this right below the rim. You actually want to leave a tiny bit of that glitter exposed to make sure that your epoxy covers it and seals the vinyl in. And I just like to place it on, and before I tack it all the way down, I wrap it around to make sure that everything looks straight and the way I want it. And then I will slowly remove the backing, giving it a little tug, making sure it is laying flat with no wrinkles until it reaches the beginning. Once you reach the beginning, I like to just take the vinyl and fold it back right on the line, making like a crisp fold, and then cutting the excess off with an X-Acto knife. Now we are going to take our second pattern and place it right below the first pattern, wrapping it all the way around, covering that stencil vinyl. Keep alternating the patterns until you reach the bottom of your cup. Now we are going to take an X-Acto knife, and using that stencil vinyl underneath the pattern vinyl, we're going to follow that like a guide and cut all the way around. Once you get all the way around, you're going to remove the vinyl on the top with the stencil vinyl underneath. part might be a little bit confusing, so I'm going to try to describe it the best that I can. But do you remember this summer decal, and we made that large offset out of that stenciled vinyl? We are going to take that larger offset and we're going to create 2 smaller offsets to make an outline. Now we are going to place this frame that we created right where we removed that vinyl and stencil vinyl. Now we are going to take our summer decal and place that right in the middle of that frame. Now I cut out these thin stripes of black vinyl, and we're just going to cover up where those pattern vinyls meet, and we're going to go all the way around our cup in between each section. And when you get to your decal, you're just going to take your X-Acto knife and trim around that frame. Now I cut thinner stripes of gold vinyl, and I'm going to place that right on top of the black vinyl in the middle. And here is our tumbler all finished. I just absolutely love the way this came out, and I almost gave up on that outline around the decal, and I'm so glad I didn't. That's totally my favorite part. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please like and subscribe. Look for me on all other social media platforms under Diamonds and Dust, and thanks so much for watching.